Howdy, hello, y'all. Welcome back to another MCreator tutorial video where today we're doing a request by the Ask Us effect. Sorry if I mispronounced that, where they asked for me to do a tutorial on dimensions. I have done this before, but I decided to redo it because it was probably bad last time I did it. Over here in the plus, you're gonna go down here to dimensions, or you can just press D and you'll have a new dimension. Once you enter the dimension thing, you'll want to decide a few things. Starting up, what do you want your stone of the world to be? I just put black void, making a void dimension. For fluid, you have to decide what fluid you want. Um, it doesn't give you the option to say no fluid, so I put air. I have not tested it yet, so we're gonna find out if that works. Next up, it's gonna ask you for a biome. Now you can make a biome, and the biome will need you to do a few things. Obviously, you have to name it. You can decide if you want it to rain. You'll have to decide air, all these color stuff. Then you go to generation. It'll ask you about like the grass, the dirt, the water, underwater blocks. Like what type of biome is it? Um, then you'll want to like, do you want any features? Do you want any trees, structures, entity spawning, and effects. For now, I'm going to leave most of this empty, and I'm going to move on back to the dimension stuff. Next, you'll want to set your sea level. The sea level, as it says, it controls the sea level. Sorry. Um, if it's lower, then it just won't make any water. Um, you can decide if you want ore veins or if you want aquifers, which I believe are liquids. Yeah, like large lava lakes you might find, or just the ocean. Horizontal noise size and vertical noise size. I don't know what this means. Let me quickly check. This parameter decides the noise horizontal size. Higher values will cause the terrain to be stretched. Do you want stretched terrain? um, yeah. So next up, you'll want to go to properties. And properties, do you want beds to be able to be used? Do you want it to imitate overworld behavior like the weather, compass, and creature spawning? Can a respawn anchor be used? Does it have a skylight source like the sun? Ambient light factor. Does water vaporize? Like, do you want just no water buckets to be used? Do you want it to be a fixed time? Maybe it's always day. Then you can set that fixed time. Um, I don't know the time for day, so I'll look into that later. Coordinate scale factor, like how when you walk through the nether, it changes as like based on different amount of blocks. I think it's like 1,000 per block. I could definitely. Infinite burn block tag. So that's nether. Um, then do you want dimension effects, custom effects? Does your dimension have clouds? Does it have a sky? And do you want to override the fog color? These are all things you'll want to select. Do you want the sun height to affect the fog color and have dense fog? Do you want this place to be safe for piglins so do not turn into zombified piglins? Can a player trigger raids inside this place? Um, if you I don't know what I just said. Spawn monsters if the raw light is at most that max blocks light. Next up, you go to portal. Now here you're gonna want to make it so you can get there. If you want to like use some other way, we can do another tutorial on that another time. But for now, we're just gonna go over simple portal. You want to select a block that you want to use for the portal. You want to select what the portal actually looks like, and then yeah, you select the limited stuff. I assume if you leave the yeah, I assume if you leave this unchecked, it'll just use flint and steel. So I'm going to leave it unchecked, but if you don't want it to be unchecked, you can create a custom item and it'll be used as the thing. And to final off, you got triggers. This is things like when the portal is used, or when you enter the dimension or leave the dimension. These can be used for like achievements or special events. So you're going to save this, make sure you have everything you want done, and we're just going to test it. All right, so you just get in and grab your blocks and test it. Just go to the dimension, spell, build the block, portal. Give me a sec. Okay, two things. One, I just realized that I had the window over the wrong capture. My bad. Second off, it turns out having it unchecked does not set it to flint and steel. So you'll want to set it to not flint and steel. So we're gonna test it now, as before, and you're just gonna want to go to your world and test it. Apologies for the slip up before, folks. Try that again. So I see it didn't work last time. So now we have to grab my new item I just made now. Void cheese. It looks exactly like cheese, but it's void. Whoa, look at that. Ignore that. Alright, so we go in, let's test it. And would you look at that, I have a void dimension. And yeah, we can walk around, we can see that the train generated. Um, I set a tree to spawn here, and it spawned in the air, but it spawned. And yeah, that's how you do a dimension in the current version of MCreator, y'all. I hope this video was helpful to someone, and I will see y'all next time. Also, I just want to show off this door because I like it. Alright, see y'all next time.